Hello, in the last video we saw that how we can use variables and how we can declare variables. In today's lecture we will see how we can initialize variables. When we initialize variable, we basically specify three things. First, its data type, its name, and we assign value to a variable. While in the declaration we do only two things. That is, it's the specification of its data type and the name of variable. But in initialization we do one extra thing, that is we assign value to our variable. So here are some examples. Here its data type is integer, int. X is the name of variable and this is an assignment operator, and we are assigning value 10 to the variable x, and this is a semicolon. With this line, what will happen in the MEM? There 10 value is saved in the memory and the name of the box is x, and int is telling that we are storing integer value, while in the case of float it will specify a space in RAM with name y, and it will save 10.34 in it. So this is the basic difference between initialization and declaration. And if you want to store character value, always do remember that you need to put single quotes when you write character, and if you are working with strings, then you need to add double quotes. So we see that variables are basically containers to store data, and we can use different data types to declare or initialize our variables. Like if you want to work with values without decimal points, with the whole numbers, then we will use int. Otherwise we will use a double or float. And if we want to work with characters, then we will use character data type, or if you want to work with collection of characters, then we will use strings, or in case of true or false we will use Boolean data type. So, and then we will saw the difference between declaration and initialization. A declaration is basically that we are telling please specify a place in memory with the name of the variable, and we will use it later to store value. While in the initialization we do three things. We specify its data type, its name, and we also assign value. So when we know what our values will be of our variables, then we initialize variables. And if we want to take data or input from our user, we basically declare variables. Or if we want to store record or data of any manipulation, then we first declare our variable. So always do remember, any kind of operation that you are going to perform, it's addition, subtraction, or anything else, you need variables to store data. Without variables you cannot perform the functions and store the values. If you're performing values and you want to store their values, then you need to declare or initialize variables. So if you are new on this channel, please make sure to subscribe this channel. In the next videos we will discuss about different variables name and how we can name it, and how we can declare multiple variables. Thank you so much.